Today's financial market update, the most important market insights you need to know. Market sentiment is bullish. Market is performing well across major indices. Index performance, S&P 500 at plus 0.15%, Dow Jones at plus 0.13%, NASDAQ at 1.10%, Russell 2000 at plus 0.04%. Rime Communications Rime has experienced an impressive surge of plus 232.87%, indicating strong market confidence in its performance. The significant rise in Rime suggests that investor confidence is high, potentially signaling a shift towards growth-focused stocks in the market. Consider investing in growth-oriented sectors like technology, where market confidence is stronger, as indicated by Rime's performance. Recent inflation data shows a cooling trend, with the annual rate dropping to 3.7% in September 2023. Investors should recognize that while inflation has eased, mixed signals imply potential volatility in lending and consumer spending behaviors. Consider diversifying portfolios with inflation-protected securities such as TIPS to hedge against potential future inflation spikes. Genuine Parts Company reported a GAAP net loss, missing earnings estimates, and resulting in a 4.5% drop in LKQ shares. The net loss from Genuine Parts raises concerns about operational efficiency, prompting investors to rethink their positions in related sectors. Consider reducing exposure to Genuine Parts and related competitors until there are signs of recovery in their financial performance. Consumer confidence has dipped, with the latest index reading at 100, down from 105 last quarter. The decline in consumer confidence suggests a cautious outlook among households, which may influence overall economic growth moving forward. Investors should consider reallocating funds into consumer staples, as these companies may perform well in uncertain economic climates. KLA stock increased by 0.7%, reaching $1,473.71, signaling investor confidence amid Fed rate discussions. The rise in KLA stock suggests that investors are optimistic about the company's growth potential despite broader economic uncertainties. Consider increasing exposure to sectors like real estate and consumer goods, which could thrive under favorable borrowing conditions. U.S. inflation rates have slowed to 3.7% in September, easing concerns for investors and the Federal Reserve. The deceleration of inflation suggests a potential stabilization in consumer spending, which could bolster economic growth and market performance. Consider diversifying portfolios with stocks in non-digital sectors, as they may benefit from stabilizing inflation and consumer spending. Gold prices recently dropped below $5,000 an ounce, driven by profit-taking amid ongoing geopolitical tensions. The decline in gold prices indicates investor caution, suggesting that profit-taking may continue if uncertainties persist. Consider diversifying into gold and silver investments cautiously, monitoring for potential price rebounds as geopolitical tensions evolve. Gold prices have recently dipped below $5,000 per ounce, primarily due to profit-taking activities by investors. The decline in gold prices suggests that investors are securing gains, indicating a potential shift in market confidence away from precious metals. Consider reallocating a portion of your portfolio into US dollars to capitalize on its safe haven status during periods of volatility. Alibaba Group faces allegations of securities fraud related to its connections with the Chinese military, impacting investor trust. The allegations against Alibaba may lead to prolonged stock price volatility, which could deter investors seeking stable growth opportunities. Consider diversifying portfolios by including defensive stocks or commodities like gold, which often perform well during geopolitical unrest. Energy Transfer LP has initiated natural gas deliveries to Oracle Corp's Texas data center, signaling strong demand growth from the Permian Basin. The shift towards natural gas reflects a necessary response to rising energy demands, particularly from tech companies reliant on data infrastructure. Investors should consider positions in companies involved in natural gas supply and infrastructure to benefit from rising demand in the tech sector. Alibaba Group is under investigation for securities fraud related to claims of military assistance, impacting investor confidence. The ongoing investigation into Alibaba may signal broader issues within the Chinese tech sector, raising red flags for investors. Consider diversifying your portfolio away from Chinese tech stocks until the Alibaba investigation's outcome is clearer. U.S. inflation has eased to 3.7% as of September 2023, alleviating immediate pressure on bond markets. The easing of inflation suggests that the bond market may stabilize, indicating less volatility for fixed-income securities. Consider reallocating a portion of your portfolio into long-term bonds, which may benefit from stabilized interest rates. Ventas Inc. VTR shares reached a record high of $87.20, marking a 30.45% increase over the past year. The significant rise in Ventas Inc. stock price signals strong investor confidence, but it may also indicate potential overvaluation risks. Consider Ventas Inc. for potential long-term investments, but evaluate entry points to avoid overpaying in a possibly overvalued market. The private equity market is facing increased pressure due to rising concerns about AI disruption and inflation skepticism. Investors must recognize that AI-related anxieties could lead to increased volatility, impacting their investment strategies and asset allocations. Consider diversifying into Indian private equity funds, like the one from Morgan Stanley, to capitalize on potential growth opportunities. Verco Manufacturing Inc. faces negative sentiment, indicating a potential short opportunity based on AI-driven market analysis. The negative sentiment surrounding Verco suggests that investors are wary of companies failing to adapt to AI advancements, potentially leading to increased short selling. Consider short positions in companies like Verco that appear vulnerable to AI disruption, leveraging market sentiment for potential gains. New tax forms for crypto investors are expected from major platforms like Coinbase and Robinhood starting in 2024. The introduction of new tax forms may create hurdles for crypto investors, potentially leading to decreased market participation and confidence. Consider diversifying your portfolio by including stablecoins and established cryptocurrencies to mitigate risks associated with regulatory changes. Constellation Energy CEG stock increased by 3.9% to $299.66 due to new contracts and partnerships in the green energy space. The rise in CEG's stock reflects strong market confidence and strategic positioning, signaling potential long-term growth opportunities for investors. Consider adding shares of Constellation Energy, CEG, to your portfolio to capitalize on its expanding partnerships and contracts in the green energy market. Thank you for watching. FERPA, your financial Sherpa.